Hey folks, well, 2025 is coming to a close, and my intent is to publish this video on the final day of the calendar year, a summary of the model kit builds that I completed this year, brief mention of the two that I started and put back in the boxes, one of which I intend to finish. The other one, the fate is uncertain. And then a brief mention of the various miniatures that I painted that weren't specifically for kits that I was building at the time, but are either standalone or will populate most likely a World War I airplane at some point. I'm going to try and do all of that as a slideshow at the end, and hopefully the aspect ratios will sort of work out. I really won't know that until after I take the pictures and upload them, because my image editing skills are quite minimal. We shall see. But as a recap of the builds, I finished 10 model kits this year. I'm not sure what the count was in terms of miniature figures painted. And as I mentioned, 2 kits that didn't get finished, got put away for various reasons, which I've gone into earlier in the year. So in order of completion, 1/32 scale Wingnut Wings Rumpler C4. I did that as part of a reconnaissance group build. Finished that on February 8th. 5 weeks later, on March 18th, I finished a 1/48 scale Gotha Aurora G5. And that was a buddy build with my friend Trey Patterson. A month later, April 20th, I finished an Aurora Fokker D8. That was my first little entry into the Aurora group build that Kyle and I hosted. And couple weeks later, on May 8th, I finished a second entry into that group build, the Aurora de Havilland DH-10A. A month later, you get the pattern. It's usually 4 or 5 weeks between completing builds, regardless of the complexity. So on June 16th, I finished another Wingnut Wings kit, the Albatross D5. On July 17th, a month later, I finished the Aviatic False D8, again in 1/32 scale. Then 48 hours later, some mistake I will probably never repeat. I did just a self-imposed 48-hour build, a Rodin 1/32 scale, Newport 28. Less said about that, the better, but I did do it. I just wanted to see if I could do something like that. On August 7th, Hasegawa, 1/48 scale, Hasegawa, Kyushu Shinden J7W1. Not a fantasy plane, a prototype of something that was really cool but never flew in combat. Combat being World War II. Did some more miniature painting. And then, a month, So August, September were mostly pilots, miniature figures, actually quite a few. I started work on the Fairy Swordfish, the Tamiya 1/48 scale. That's one of the ones that went back in the box after quite a bit of time spent on that. November 14th, I finished my one non-airplane racing car, 1/32 scale BRM P261. What turned out to be a memorial build for my dear friend Dave Jones, who designed and crafted, molded the body shell for that little 1964 to 67 Formula One race car. The final kit that I did finish this year, actually about a month ago, November 28th, was an Avro biplane Type 2, a gift from Tom Schrey. Charlie Mack and I did it as a buddy build, and that was the last model I completed, because I did start work on another group build, the Tiger Moth, a Revell kit, 1/32nd scale. That also went back in the box, and I think I've whinged enough about the highs and lows of trying to build that kit already in past videos. Okay, what follows, I hope, will be a fairly concise slideshow. I'm not sure if there'll be more than one picture per model. I'll group some of the figures together. So stay tuned.